Ladies and gentlemen, we know the coronavirus is a pandemic now. And I was looking at some of the news stories that recently came out last night, and I saw there was a death already in the Philippines, and other nations are reporting people with symptoms of the coronavirus. So I'm on the CDC website, and they update this thing to show you where most of the cases are here in the US. So the last update was January 31st, 2020. This is the 2019 novel coronavirus, um, 2019 NCOV, and you'll see it written like that, especially when you come to a website like the CDC. In the US, the CDC is closely monitoring the outbreak of respiratory illness caused by novel coronavirus named 2019 NOV. The first outbreak started in Wuhan, China, but cases have been identified in a growing number of other international locations, including the United States. The CDC will update the following US map daily. Information regarding the number of people under investigation will be updated regularly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'm going to come out and try to look at the updates as we go along. So there are patients that are under investigation as of January 31st, 2020. Six have tested positive, 114 negative, and there's 121 people that are pending. All right. So they have an interactive map here, and it shows you the states that have cases of the coronavirus. So you see Washington State, California, Arizona, and Illinois right here. So they're all reporting cases as of now. So it'll be good to just kind of keep an eye on this sort of thing, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of people really don't know what the symptoms are of this thing, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. But the coronavirus, it's generally flu-like symptoms. So it's easy for some people to have this thing, and either they have it and they're not feeling the symptoms, and even a person that don't feel symptoms can still spread this to other people because everybody does not react the same way with the coronavirus. And there are some people that feel severely ill. So they'll feel a fever, a cough, shortness of breath when they have it. So other coronaviruses symptoms, common human coronaviruses. Common human coronaviruses include types 229E, NL63, CO43, and HKU1. Usually cause mild to moderate upper respiratory tract illness, like the common cold. Most people get infected with these viruses at some point in their lives. These illnesses usually only last for a short amount of time. Symptoms may include a runny nose, headache, cough, sore throat, fever, and a general feeling of being unwell. Human coronaviruses can sometimes cause lower respiratory tract illnesses, such as pneumonia or bronchitis. And those of you that have been with me, you know, back in 2017, I had bronchitis. My bronchitis came from having a sinus infection that changed into a bronchitis. That's how I got it. And that was during the summer of 2017. This is more common in people with cardiopulmonary disease, people with weakened immune systems, infants, and older adults. Other human coronaviruses. Two other human coronaviruses, MERS-CoV and SARS-CoV, have been known to frequently cause severe symptoms. MERS symptoms usually include fever, cough, and shortness of breath, which often progress to pneumonia. About 3 or 4 out of every 10 patients reported with MERS have died. MERS cases continue to occur primarily in the Arabian Peninsula. SARS symptoms often include fever, chills, and body aches that usually progress to pneumonia. No human cases of SARS have been reported anywhere in the world since 2004. Now, if you remember, SARS was big during 2003. That's when it really exploded, especially in China. Diagnosis. Your healthcare provider may order laboratory tests on respiratory specimens and serum, part of your blood, to detect human coronaviruses. Laboratory testing is more likely to be used if you have severe disease or are suspected of having MERS. If you're experiencing symptoms, you should see your healthcare provider about any recent travel or contact with animals. Most MERS-CoV infections have been reported from countries in the Arabian Peninsula. Therefore, reporting a travel history or contact with camels or camel products is very important when trying to diagnose MERS. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, this coronavirus is right now, it's taking the world by storm. It's almost like the leading story of a lot of things that I'm reading now. So, it's very serious, you know, and it's gonna, there's no way for it not to be a pandemic. Chinese people live all over the globe, and therefore they're traveling in and out of China constantly. This is why I was talking about Africa and the amount of Chinese people coming in and out of there. I did hear um, someone mention that Africa may possibly have a case, but ladies and gentlemen, just anticipate this thing is going to be even more global than it already is. There's no stopping this thing. You would have to quarantine people or make people not travel to certain locations, and that's going to take forever. And I don't believe countries are going to, I did see how some flights are not going into China for a short period of time. And I just don't see how that's going to stop anything. I really believe as the year progresses, this coronavirus will progress right along with it. And I'm just kind of curious to see, is this thing going to accelerate, when we're in the summer heat in the US, or will it kind of dissipate? It'll be interesting to see what will occur in the coming months. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that people can show signs in as little as 2 days of getting the coronavirus, and sometimes they don't feel the symptoms of it until up to 14 days. So it's no telling how many people have the actual virus and they don't even feel it. And over in China, they had their New Year. So people are going to be gathering for events and gathering for school events and gathering for sports. How do you keep it from spreading? You really, truly can't do that. You can't even do that here in the US. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.